The Carolina Panthers are currently the worst team in the NFL, finishing with a record of 2-15. They've never won a Super Bowl, and they even lost it in 2016, but hopefully today, we can change that. With that being said, this video won't end until the Carolina Panthers win the Super Bowl. Let's just see what happens when we simulate the season without any modifications. They actually didn't do as bad as I thought they would, but still they haven't reached the playoffs yet. Now let me explain how this video will work. Each season that the Panthers don't win the Super Bowl, I will be adding a superstar to their team every year until they win it all. The player that will be added to the team will be determined by the wheel of players. The first player that will be added is, luckily enough, Patrick Mahomes. And like I said, we will keep adding players until we win the Super Bowl. This team is looking really bad, except for Mahomes and maybe Thielen. Let's just see how they do. Surprisingly, they did even worse with Mahomes, finishing last in the division and not making the postseason, which means we get another spin on the wheel. And this time we'll get Fred Warner. The team has gotten better with the additions, and the defense isn't looking too bad. So let's see how the new team performs. Again, we missed the postseason, but hopefully in the next attempt we will make it. And for this attempt, we will get Jalen Ramsey added to that defense. Hopefully they make the playoffs this time, since many teams will struggle to score versus this defense. And wow, they finish first in their division, so they finally made it to the postseason, where they'll play the Rams. I'm going to simulate the game, and we'll see how they do. The Panthers are able to win by 3, and now they're facing Dallas. This game is going to be much harder, and it proved since the Panthers lost by 8. But hopefully they'll do even better since they will add Nick Chubb for their next attempt. Now this offense looks way better with the addition of Chubb, but unfortunately they don't make the playoffs somehow. Luckily, our next addition will be Tyreek Hill. And now this team is stacked with Patrick Mahomes, Tyreek Hill, Nick Chubb, Jalen Ramsey, and Fred Warner. Surely now they can at least make a deep run. Midway through the season, they are at an incredible 9-0. Maybe they can take this momentum to the postseason. At the end of the season, they are at a record of 15-2, a major upgrade from the last time. They even had the best record in the NFL. Surely they'll win the Super Bowl. After the first round bye, the new and improved Panthers will play versus the Rams in the divisional round. The Rams take a lead early, but the Panthers bounce back with a touchdown and a field goal. But then the Rams are able to bring the game back to 3. And they even force OT, where the Panthers escaped with the win. Now they will play in the NFC Championship versus the 49ers. Maybe this time we'll make the Super Bowl. We would have an amazing start taking a lead of 24, but the Niners are able to come back. But luckily, we get the win, which means that we have made the Super Bowl. Will history repeat itself? I really hope it doesn't, so the video can end. Halfway through, the game is very close. But sadly, the Ravens just can't stop scoring, meaning we lose this Super Bowl.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say.
But at least we will get a new player, and that will be Davante Adams. Now this team is looking scary, but they just need linemen. Halfway through the season, the Panthers are at a respectable 6-3, and at the end of the year, they finish 10-7, earning a wild card spot in the playoffs, where they will face the Atlanta Falcons. This game would end up pretty close, but the Panthers were able to get the win 26-21. So now they have to play the Cowboys, who are 16-1. This one's going to be difficult. We start the game going down 22-7, but we are able to come back, forcing OT, where we would be able to get the win. Now in the NFC Championship, we play the Packers, where things wouldn't go as good as planned, since we blew a lead in the 4th. Of course, we get another spin, which we get Zach Martin. We have to win with this team. We would finish 10-7, and we're playing the Niners in the playoffs, where of course, we lose. I'm starting to think it's impossible with this team. The next player we got was Nick Bosa. Finally, we are back in the Super Bowl versus the Ravens once again. We start the game up 7, but the Ravens score twice to take the lead. The score remains similar throughout the game, but then we start to run away with the game. It's looking like we've done it. And there it is. We finally won the Super Bowl after 9 attempts. So, it looks like it is possible for the Panthers to win the Super Bowl. They just need a team full of superstars. Also, thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this video, you will like one of the videos shown above.